Hello there, everybody. My name's Commander Starbeaver, and today we are going to be talking about the current CG, which is being hosted at Neville Horizons in the Cash Boost system, which started on Thursday, the 10th of August. A lot of people have been asking for a how-to guide sort of thing, so I'm going to try and take you guys and gals through this today. What you will need is any old ship will do. The more jump range would be preferable, as the journey out to the Pleiades in an unengineered ship can take a bit of time. You'll also need a fuel scoop and an SRV. No cargo space is required, and you won't need any special corrosive-resistant cargo racks, as the materials which you will be collecting aren't corrosive, and they also go into your engineer's materials. It'll go into the materials and the data here. As an example, I'll just show you some. Here we have got some unknown technology components, some organic circuitry, and some various other bits here. But that's where it will end up. So you need to make sure you've got enough space in there for this stuff. The three materials which drop, which is wanted at the CG, drop from scavengers. However, they do drop other bits of junk, so you may need to maybe go to another site, or hit a relog just to refresh the instance, or even wait for the scavengers to respawn. You won't be needing an unknown artifact or an unknown probe, as these scavengers are outside. However, if you wish to venture into the structure, there are more scavengers in there, and I do recommend that you have a corrosive-resistant cargo rack, just so you don't get, your ship doesn't get corroded or anything. Unless you're an old hat at this and you can do it with an AMFU. You'll also need access to any old browser, preferably Chrome, because I know it does work in Chrome quite well. And you'll want to navigate to the web address which is on screen now, which is map.canonn.technology/US. That will take you to a web page which our R&D boys have put together a nice little functional tool for people to find these unknown sites. So what I'll do is I'll just switch over to that now. Get rid of that. Okay, what you see here is Canonn.technology.US. On this web page, you'll see this sort of web of dots. You have orange dots and white dots. The difference is the orange dots are active sites, the white dots are inactive sites. The orange dots, you can actually go into the structures if you have an unknown artifact or an unknown probe. However, if you go to a white site, you won't be able to go into the structures because, well, you just can't get in there. There's cave-ins in there, but that doesn't matter. That's not what we're going after today. The right in the middle there, that blue dot is Moreau. But what we'll do is we'll just navigate to one of these orange dots, if I can. Come on. There we go. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Now, when you click on one of these dots, it'll tell you what site it is. It'll also tell you what system it's in, up here, what body it's on, and the coordinates here, latitude and longitude. Okay. You'll also get some planetary body info, just some really basic stuff here, just to assist in your landing, because you don't want it to be, if you're a new pilot and if it's quite heavy on the Gs and you don't have a very good ship, yeah, all well and good, something's going to happen. But most of the sites are low G, so you should be fine. Now what we'll do is I will go ahead and punch these coordinates into my elite and we will get going. Okay. I'm heading for the Pleiades sector, MXU D254. I believe this is a fresh system for me, so I've never been here before. Oh no, I have been here before. Oh well, it will be fine. Okay. Let's make a move. Okay, we have arrived in the system. Now, what I normally do is to find the particular place that we want to go to, because I haven't scanned this system. What I'll do is I'll access the system map and I'll just simply count up the system. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we want A, B, C, D, E. And that's where we're going. 2.2k out. Right, whilst we're travelling there, I'd also like to point out as well, if you find on site, it kind of looks like a Thargoid ship itself, but it's no bigger than, say, a data point. It's like a data point access. If you find one of those on the site, if you scan it with your data link scanner in the SRV, you will then get a permanent like marker on your left-hand nav panel to say that there is an unknown site there. You can just lock onto it and drop down there. That's after you've been there and scanned one of these like things, which I will show on screen now. It's on screen there with the Scavenger. You see that like thing that the Scavenger's looking at? If you find any of those around the sites, if you scan them, it'll actually tell you where the site is on your nav panel, so it's nice to get back there. I do believe one of the lads in Canonn is going around all of the sites and actually, you know, getting them on his nav panel for future use. Which in itself is quite a task. It's very nice to do as well, actually. Visiting all these sites, they are quite wonderful to look at. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Have I been here before? No. So we need to navigate there manually, so that's what we're going to do. We want, let me see here, we will be wanting, just need to slow down here a little bit, otherwise we end up doing loop of shame. Give it a little scan just to confirm that it is the planet that we're looking for. We want planet 4E. Yep, that is planet 4E indeed, and we want to navigate to latitude -37.99 by 140 longitude. Please be advised that this is just for this planet only. The other planets within the unknown site database obviously have different coordinates and different planets. So you just double check your coordinates before you get yourself into orbital cruise. Because I know this is a bit that most people do have a little bit of trouble with. So I'd like to demonstrate how I do it. Don't use any tools. I like to do it manually, because if you do it manually, you get used to it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. I'll approach the planet at a nice, steady speed. Get yourself down below the orbital cruise line.
Orbital flight engaged.
Throttle all the way back until you're only doing the slowest speed possible at this altitude. And then level off. Okay? I'm now looking for -37. So to get to -37, I will just do this. I'll put myself on 0 degrees. Okay. Try and get as close as I can. You'll see that the latitude number is actually going down a lot quicker. So I actually want to be getting the number down to -37. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick flip over to 180. Level off. Now you'll see that the latitude number is going up. Okay, so I'll keep myself at 180, so only that number is going up quite swiftly. We'll get to about -35, and then we'll change direction. There we are, -35. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to 90 to start fine-tuning the longitude number. And we're looking for 140. This takes a little bit of time, but it's all worth it in the end. So firstly, the site is beautiful. Secondly, you won't actually need to navigate this way to this particular site like this again, because if you scan the data points down there, you'll get a nice thing on your navigation panel, which will actually show you where the site is just by locking onto it. What we're going for again, 140. We're approaching 140. I'm going to start descending. We're already at 140. We're actually going to overshoot it a bit. can actually see it. That's what we're heading for. That thing down there, you see that? Right in the middle of the screen. That's what we're heading for. Now we're down on the site. What you'll need to do next is deploy your SRV. So here we go. Ooh. Okay, now we're down on the deck. Let's go have a look around for these scavengers. And there's one. There's another. Now these are what you need to come and, well, pew pew, basically. What I would recommend is all power into weapons and get to a bit of a distance from it, probably about 50 meters. And when it starts coming towards you, start reversing away. As you can see, they've dropped something. What it is? There we are. Unknown energy cells. Unknown energy cells. Unknown organic circuitry. More energy cells. They will drop a multitude of items. They are unknown wake datas. Things. Yes, as I say, the scavengers, they could drop any of the unknown materials, but only 3 of them are used. So you might want to be careful about which ones you pick up, and things like that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Once you've collected your materials, you can head back on and over to Neville Horizons and turn them in. You may want to also sign up to the CG before you turn in.